we kind of had the middle of the table, right? If they want to solidify sort of that position right there, not trending downward, obviously this team change has to pay off. Yeah, this needs to be a team they beat, no doubt about it. Now, Legion is getting better. Nero has been fantastic. He was great at the LAN. You see it right there. He's got a 1.24 in hardpoint. Obviously, again, their hardpoint turnaround. But this is a Major 1 rematch in Vegas. They were able to win 3-0, and these first 3 maps are the 3 maps that they played. One of the big problems for Miami was the fact that a lot of teams just vetoing Invasion over and over and over again against them. Just that's where they had all this success.
True.
But Vegas is like, let's square up on this. We beat them on LAN on Invasion. We're going right back to it.
Both teams with a different look, though, obviously, since that happened, but somebody that's been cooking is attached. The talent has been there. He was really able to shine, obviously, with the new inclusion of Geo. We'll see if he's able to keep that going. Purge, you know, in the series they won against Heretics, that's the one where he set, I think, like the lowest KD you've had, like a 3-0 victory. But he's bounced back in a different position. Geo and excited to see what Purge is going to bring.
No doubt about it. I mean, hey, fact is, you get a W, right?
No, you're right.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it was insane, but you get the win, and that's what matters. And they trust this guy. That's why he's still on this team. They bring Geo in. So 16 points earned in P1 there for Vegas, but on rotation will be this setup early for Miami.
Let's see what Miami can do with this setup. Purge trying to find openers, trades there though, as Eric Boom and Metals get through on the feed. Metals still just trying to dance at the outside of this hard point, wait for this continued push that's coming forward, getting eyes on maybe 1 or 2 on the cross. Stun hits close. Geo maybe waiting to chow, but obviously he's got teammates he's got to worry about. So Metals will now get this streak up to 4. Nice little snap there. Another rival out, continues the fight and able to win it. 7-1, 6 in a row for Metals.
I mean, huge plays out of Metals on the point, but also before that, they were looking for attach, and Vickle able to win that one-on-one, gives them the spawns to set up here towards the P3 side, that right side, but then Metals is going to get ripped, takes that gunfight. So the rest of the time, it looks like it's just going to go away. So nobody going to earn it, and everyone going to start to rotate over towards P3.
Yeah, he's feeling himself. He's taking the fight off that head of you. Like,
yeah, at least he got to cruise.
Good luck. You did. Yeah.
They probably want him to just get that time there, but screw it.
Yeah. I'm just thinking heat check when he takes that one. Vickle looking to get something going here. Stun will hit, the chow will come through, drop shot is on, and Geo is dropped. As he'll now look to reposition, another fight in front of him. The drop shot is hitting, keeps on working, keeps on battling.
But again, you see the way he's playing this. He's ready for one more, and the comms would be where is attached. So you see number 5 trying to sneak on through, but Metals and Lucky are both turning around. So this is just the comms right here on Invasion, how important it is to kind of control these back spawns towards Yas. Geo does get found, but still trying to find that number 5 in attach, and there we go. So the patience pays off. They're able to win the gunfights on the hill as well. Nice comms there for Heretics.
Yeah, after he lost his teammate close, kind of comes down to a one-on-one. You're just wondering who's going to maybe get the lucky timing, but it's Lucky with the angle and able to win the fight. Metals keeps on going. He's at 10-3, 70-point advantage. Hipfire first bullet hits, and Lucky's able to take the rest of that fight against Purge. New hard point pops. Everyone is sort of fighting for control around the map.
And this is sort of, right, new Invasion, P4 and P5 in different spots. So a lot of the time is going to be earned at P2 and P3. Just sort of, if you're spawning Palace, you're just kind of put into the blender. We've seen some, 250s to 100s we saw from last week from New York. You just put teams in this Palace spawn, and they can be there the entire game.
You already got, 1 cruise earned. I think Vickle was on 5 in a row. He ends up dropping. So a chance to maybe earn a second cruise. And what we saw in our first series, how big they can be as a subliners, really use them to their advantage. But I'm not sure you're going to need streaks right now. You're looking at the scoreline, they're kind of flowing. As Vickle takes down 2, they get up over the 100-point mark. It's Purge just on his belly in the dirt, soaking up that time.
And again, 14 seconds left, and you're already set up for P5. So you're in Palace. If you are Vegas, you got to go all the way across the map. They at least find 2. To find a couple of those kills, the players do spawn safe, so that is good for the side of Miami. Heretics P5 will spawn up. Nobody in the hill for now, but again, map control over to Heretics.
I feel like that's been the scenario in a couple of these hard points. It's like nobody in it right when it pops, just sort of vying for control. And well, it works out again for Heretics. They want to get the kills first, then worry about the objectives. They're able to do just that. Now they rally in, and well, to be fair, when you're up 100 points, do what you want, or unless you're Boston in an earlier series as things fell apart in map 1. But Heretics looking to avoid that kind of turnaround, keep Legion at bay, and Eric Boom, 11-6, 13 up for Metals. So far, so good.
Yeah, I mean, I just think, too, Heretics, their comms, in a couple of those scenarios around P2 and P3, that's when Vegas was trying to flip the map. They just didn't let it happen. They always found that one lurker, that one player, and it has paid off. And slang-wise, it is just a one-sided story. The scoreline one-sided. Heretics putting on a show through this first rotation on Invasion.
Yeah, I don't know if Purge was just trying to see if he could get by with a .4 series win again. Right now he's at 5-14, so he's struggling, and they are in a hole.
You gotta let it go for my guy, all right?
Okay, listen, he has some sort of record, Joe. It's in the Guinness book if you check it.
Okay.
But he's trying to rally back, and they're going to need him to big time. Can they get something going? Now into the point, 5 in a row for an arrow. There's 6.
Flip the map.
You're able to get your streak, and yeah, can you get the map flip? When will the crews come into play? You've exhausted it. If you're on Heretics, you've got several to work with for Vegas Legion.
Nero's got one.
Did that not just show that like 3 players had it when he tabbed over?
No. It's like, it has to be highlighted. It showed like the 1 out of 6.
God, I saw like the 1. I was like,
It's okay, but
I was going to say, the only one I saw earned was that one just now. I'm like, when did they get the others? I just like glanced out of the corner of my eye. I'm like, damn, these guys are frying. I thought they were getting cooked.
No, the only thing cooked is you right now. No,
yeah, true. It is warm in here, Joe.
No, you still have this 100-point lead again. Can they flip this map? It looks like you have Attach in position to try to fight for streak control, but Vickel's going to find him, and this is exactly what Heretics wants. Now, Middles is going to spawn up. But they're look at number 5 Attach right away. They're going to use this, and Lucky's going to find the kill. So some time earned here at P2. But it looks like Miami just trying to set up for P3.
The 1 streak comes in for Heretics, able to hit. Purge's struggles continue in this one. Now a chance for Legion to get back into the point. 30 seconds to go in the hard point. And bit by bit, you chip away at this lead. Down nearly as much as 100. Slowly starting to claw back into this. And lose a little bit of aim assist probably there with the pillar. And the headshot comes through for Metals as his game continues. 18 and 12 now. Nero can't quite connect. The gunny's a little bit hotter on the side of Heretics.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see. It looks like a couple of ghost bullets come through, and it looked good to me, but it doesn't matter. Game didn't think so, and that was kind of just worst case scenario, because now what you drove 4 dead. They're all going to spawn up once again, spawning Palace, and you can see all the blue arrows setting up here for P3. This is exactly what Miami wanted to do. It got a little bit hairy. Is lucky he was on 5 in a row once again. With that cruise being called in, a couple of players spawned up Treehouse side, but Miami able to recover after that moment.
Now, Nero's streak into the fray as both teams exhaust their added utility. Looking to get one back, able to do that. Boom. Dropped. They light it up. All 4 are going to fall as Legion get a 4 down. A big moment maybe for them to crawl back into this one yet again. Great answer there from Heretics. Legion trying to do it now too.
Yeah, it's exactly what they needed to do. Obviously, the cruise connects, and you're going to see Gio's able to find another cruise. He's on 6 in a row, so really stepping up here as a newcomer on Vegas. But Miami just off with spawn, immediately headed towards Treehouse. Will be Lucky, the first player, trying to set up for P5. Again, just trying to flip the map. Not worried really about P4 control quite yet.
Nice little sequence there from Attach, though. You'll get that control. Getting in behind, though, is Lucky. Attach actually able to get a 3rd off the tail end of that. They'll get the flip. And now we look to the other side of the map as the next hard point up. We got a 1-on-1 on the other side of it. That'll be Nero and Metals.
If you're Vegas, you're in a tough spot here, but I mean, you're down so many points, you kind of just, the way Miami is playing this, they're playing around map control, right? They have this lead. They're just playing for the spawns, and they just have that comfort to do so due to the lead, and now they're winning the gunfights where Vegas is like, we can't really go all the way to the back towards gas, fight for those spawns. We have to earn time if they give it to us. That was the play call, and then on the back end of that, they all get taken down.
Yeah, I'm saying the problem is you not only get flipped out, but then you don't get any of the time that should have been gifted to you. You thought at least for a moment, but beautifully done from Heretics. That requires then you to exhaust your 2nd streak if you are Legion, but all the kills to follow the streak are going to be for Miami Heretics. So once again, still in control. Now next hard point ready to go. First person in position will be at number 8 in Purge. As he's trying to get through his spots, it's going to be one hell of a rally to try and get back into this. I don't know, every time you made a little bit of a run if you're Legion, things kind of fall apart.
Oh, Vickel with the spawn back parking lot. This is not what Vegas wanted. I think just due to attaching Gio's position all the way across the map, it gives Miami the close spawn for P5. Purge, though, hanging on to this P5 control, keeping them alive.
Yeah, he's at least able to win 1, but you like literally physically were moving when you saw the spawn come in. But yeah, maybe it's them just pushed up so far street side. but you still hold if you're Legion. You're here for now. Metals, though, the headshot comes through, the entire kill feed, his head's getting peeled off. Next fight for Metals, he started hot and still continues as he's at +10. Trying to hand out more haircuts to Gio, but can't quite get it through. Vickel's able to bail him out as he looks to push in. Just 15 more points needed. He can't win it on this hard point right now as Heretics finally get through.
I mean, he's doing this with a rival, 27-16. We've been saying it since day one. It just feels like he has such great awareness on this map. Put up some insane numbers with an SMG. Not easy to do, but he's done it all year long.
Just 15 to go. Does Legion have a heroic effort in him? As Metals looks to put this even closer. 3 will drop. Attach really the only one up to try and make a play, and he's not even close, so this may do it. They're trying to race across, trying to get there in time, but they're set up in the tank. One nade able to hit at least, get them out of the point for now. Lucky right back into it, though. Can't win the one-on-one. This feels like there's always one more man for Heretics as they look to seal the deal here.
I just need a couple of more seconds here. Eric Boom gonna find it. 21-21, map 1 for Miami Heretics.
I mean, they are always just focused on the rotation, always focused on map control.
Yeah.
Even at times it would hinder them for a moment, maybe in the objective.
And that's just the way
they're a step ahead.
That's the way this map plays now, right? With sort of the hills and the spawns the way they are. So much is on not spawning Palace. Where these teams are giving up a ton of hill time. The game clock gets pretty low there. In Miami, just with the lead from the first rotation, they took their time, made sure they were spawning where they wanted to be. It was a great game out of Metals. Vickel as well, everyone really contributing around 4,000 damage on the other side. Gio drops 5K, Nero 4,400. It's just, that first rotation was tough for Vegas.
Well, it really was, and then, I don't know, there were a couple of times where, you know, you kind of called it out. Heretics play for map control. Should be some time at least for Vegas, and then they don't get the time either. It was just sort of the double whammy where you get punished, and every time Legion chipped away at it, every single time they threw a punch, it seems Heretics had the answer.
Yeah, I mean, it starts here with Metals over towards P2. This really gets them going.
Yeah.
Allows for an easy setup towards P3. You're just going to see this lead grow for Heretics, and until really just the second set where, yeah, they start to chip away, but that 60 to 70 point lead never goes away for Heretics. They just played it calm, cool, collected, got the spawns they wanted, able to close out map 1.
It's an impressive win, and you kind of said, like, you know, we kind of had them in, like, the mid-tier, right? Yeah, maybe after the major, but, like, going into the major, I mean, we're talking, like, a level above the top teams. We kind of had them, right? Like tier 2, like, we thought the potential was there. I think you're right after the major, yeah, kind of middle of the pack, but this is just one of those series. I think for your confidence, for your organization, you need to come in and win. I know it can be said for both sides, but with the way Heretics starting kind of some of the fire they got behind them, you got to get this dub.
Yeah, I think it's always just a question of beating the top seeds. They dropped to both of them last weekend. There were some close maps, but obviously you bring a new player on in Eric Boom, but one thing is still the same. Their invasion is one of their go-tos, so you can see the game flow always in control.
And you were surprised, I know you brought it up kind of before we got into the map 1, maybe that we were seeing some invasions, and I don't know, I guess you're right that they thought they beat them at the major on those and they'll be okay, but like, have players change position, you have a new player in, like how much can you really take from that?
Yeah, I think it's just the confidence of Vegas from the major, kind of just sort of, again, 4-1 in the last 5 hard points.
True.
Maybe they want to play a sub base, you see Rio hard points in there, but yeah, it just feels like when you take away invasions against Heretics, you have a much better chance.
Well, and if you're worried of the sub base, I mean, sub base is where the Heretics came out and you're kind of fired on phase, right? Like you kind of body them up. So that makes sense. If you just watch that, I mean, they look so good. The rest of that series phase kind of take over, but like that first hard point, they looked incredible. So now we get to the search and destroy between these two teams. Vickel kind of chatted through as we look at our S&D metrics now. Joe, take me through it.
Yeah, both right around, what, 6th, 7th, right in the middle of the pack. See the opening duel percentage for Miami Heretics. You heard the Desk talk about it before game 1. It's very low for them. So just not winning those opening duels, giving themselves the first blood. But when they do get it, 82% conversion rate, which is strong. It's just a guy like Metals, can he find that? Or yeah, can they give themselves more openings?
You set yourself up for success, get those early kills, take control, play behind your numbers. The conversion rate says they can do it, just can they get the kills? So we'll see as we get ready to head into this one. Metals, Lucky, Vickel, Eric Boom looking to continue off the success of that map 1. Looks like Eric Boom looking really vocal right now, kind of talking through things. Not sure if it's about kind of next map, last map, but just sort of chatting through stuff. Excited to see what he's going to do. We thought he was going to be in the lineup kind of start the year, and then he takes a seat, but he's back at it. And then on the other side of this, you bring in Geo. Kind of some switches around position where Purge is going to play. Standy out, which may have surprised some, but I mean, if you saw their match last week, you know, it looked to be maybe some of the pacing issues were solved. Map 1, though, you struggle.
Yeah, I mean, you just played Invasion there. We don't really need to show Purge in the second sub. You're right, he's got to run the AR.
Yeah,
pretty much everyone's got an MCW out. I think last week we saw them on Karachi Hardpoint that looked a little bit better there, but that veto comes in, so don't get to play that map. But on this Karachi Search and Destroy, well, you got Vegas 1-0, Heretics 0-1, so again, that map pool being in question for both teams.
Legion now looking to answer back Geo's POV. Had some brilliant moments in that opening map, and not enough to propel them forward for the victory. It'll be an early A hit. Lone person here is going to be lucky. Can he win his first one-on-one? He's able to do that. As Purge slides to the edge, he's able to win that fight. He's still a bomb carrier here in Nero, though, and they are split. Attach, basically total opposite side of the map. Gotta hope Attach wins his one and can maybe get there to help, but you've got a presence on both sides. Miami Heretics is trying to play both.
Yeah, Attach is trying to do what he can. Maybe buy Nero something, maybe to wrap back over towards B, but yeah, you kind of said you are just on opposite sides of the world. And they're just going to give everything up. Go ahead, you can plant the bomb, at least try to. There's going to be the first gunfight. Does take down Vickle, takes down Metals, evaporates him. But the third is there.
Oh, he gets out. I was going to say, I mean, as soon as Attach up, you literally saw 3 arrows just staring right at Nero, but like he, you know, now you see it from this POV, and maybe other side of the bus, he's got an opportunity, but he's just trying to scramble away. Probably even think he was going to win the second gunfight.
I don't think anybody did.
Yeah, no, just shotguns him.
You hit that little slide jump, and yeah, nice little camera. But it doesn't matter because Heretics able to get that first round on the board.
That's why I know, like, sometimes you'll blame the second player for dying in like a 1v4. Yeah. That one, like, I don't know. He just got deleted through the window. Goes Eric Boom, Purge ready and waiting. Purge was blooded to start that one as he lost the fight to Lucky. This time he's able to get the opener for him in red. Now smoke out. You hear all the utility going off, just stun, 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 pop, pop, pop.
And that's just to make sure he's not even planning, right? That's just an awareness thing, right? They know that there's no trophy down. Now a couple of players working the pinch right away. It's gonna be Geo just backing down, trying to play his life, but Vickle gets behind enemy lines. Now his position is known, but there we go. So it's activity on one side of the map, and what happens, Heretics, they just meet here towards Fountain, but near an Attach shut him down.
All Metals now. Be a 1v3, able to take out Attach. Can he take out Nero and Purge? Got eyes on him, kind of. Sort of a second look there. Might be one where your teammates like, whoa, 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 he saw him.
Yeah, and you hear it too, right? He's got lightweight boots on, so he hears this jump.
He's stomping.
Yeah, he's stomping around. Maybe the call out from Purge. Nero here's the sound cue. He's able to get 2 in the round. But yeah, I was a little bit worried there. There was a timing. You had 2 players work the pinch for Vegas, trying to work over towards top 3. While that happens, if all 3 of Miami Heretics just go towards Fountain, it's like a 3-on-2. But Vegas able to come out on top.
I know 2 of Nero is kind of meaningless in the sense you're in a 1v4 and you lost that round, but he's got 4 of their 6. See if he can maybe be the playmaker in this one. First blood, though, is somebody Metals. Nero will not be the playmaker, as he's ripped out of this one instantly. Now a 3v4 position for Vegas Legion. Try and get back into this.
Now that they know Purge's position, Vickle's just mid-barrel, so he's behind everybody. So if you are Legion now, Attach and Geo, just got to wait for Purge to make the play. But are they going to give him anything? That's kind of the problem. The longer this round draws out, there's just an opportunity for Miami to take down his teammates. That's exactly what happens.
Well, now more pressure on Purge to try and make a play. Well, Drop down, try to get involved, but now Gio's gone. By the time he gets involved, everybody is gone, and then Purge into a 1 versus 4. Basically exactly what you said. The longer he stays up and not involved, more time for his teammates to get picked. That's exactly what happens.
Or the opposite. It's like, if nothing is happening on the map, that's usually when someone's like, there might be someone behind us. Like, start to watch the flanks, watch the pinches, basically be careful. But everyone from Miami is past the 50-yard line, right? He's hoping there's someone up top satellite, up top AC. There's nobody in those positions, and he gets nothing.
I mean, we saw his POV, and he peeks it a couple times, just nothing. Yeah, until he eventually drops down, gets one. And
that sucks. You're like, I made the play. Yeah, behind him.
Yeah. But then nobody's home.
Nobody's there.
Well, they're stomping. Trying to get across quickly, but Purge is able to get the angle. Attach takes one out as well. Trying to get through into red, not quite able to do it. They are getting sliced apart. 1 by 1, they fall, and that's a fast one here for Legion.
I mean, it just starts with Purge, right? I don't know if a nade or a stun isn't thrown at those mid-barrels, but he gets right to that spot. And he's going to find those 2 players crossing into top red. I believe that was Metals and Eric Boom, just with the lightweight boots, trying to find a timing. Hit that B rush.
I think one gets through. Well, one almost did, I guess. He gets shots into both. Oh, yeah, he's attached with the second, right?
But Purge able to find 2 in the round. We're all tied up at 2 apiece.
Yeah, tough map 1 for Purge, but answering back now in the search. Heavy presence defensively towards B. Everybody mid-map right now for Legion. Purge is trying to get up top, get eyes, gets nothing. Now the view to red, nobody home there as well. And now you're sort of like all out mid, like, all right, let's take the fight. Nobody's there, though. Now you back it on up.
Yeah, but now you have the info, right? So they're going to try to work and isolate Lucky. You see Attach's position, but it looks like they're going to opt to rotate. So this is on Metals now. Metals is going to get caught. Purge with that first blood and immediately just plants A. They're like, all right, there's a player back bridge. Screw it. Let's give up B. Now we're into a 3-on-3.
Purge gets the kill, but then drops to Vickle as he peeks back dumpster. So now to the 3v3. Got to work the retake if you're Heretics. All tied up at 2-2. Hatch is trying to spot. Boom, looking to the corner. He shoots, and then you collapse. Yeah, the dead body gets him. That's his teammates from early in the round. On Vickle. Wins his 1. 15 seconds to go. Are they going to even give him a chance?
Yeah, just not a lot of time on the clock to work with. He's able to find the gunfight onto Attach, so shooting well. Time is there. At least has the 3 spree he can carry on. But nice play out of Vegas. Yeah, you get the info. It's a B setup. And he's able to get 1 more. So 4 in the round.
Yeah, I mean, those were nice little gunfight wins. Yeah, with the first 2, but the fact that you get the pick and you get like an instant plan after, yeah, by the time he gets a chance, what, there was like 15 on the clock, 16, something like that, so
just from that mid-rush from Purge, I mean, he kind of gets the first blood, he gets the info about the player back bridge, and they just go to A.
Well, they said like it was 2 or 3 out mid, and they get there, they're like ready for a fight, like nobody there, okay, let's drive out A. Yeah. He checks the corner, he gets the kill. You're up 3-2, Gio's still looking for his first, but the teammates got him in the backpack for now. Looks to be a quick B hit. Gio, I thought, was caught. The rival gets away from Metals, and Gio snaps.
They do recover, though. They recover in a big way. Purge, he's able to sneak through Coop, but he gets taken down. So 3-on-2 here from Miami.
It's not often you see somebody like that type of gunfight at this level, but it happens.
No, especially with the rival, man. I mean,
you miss first bullet,
rarely with Metals with how good he is with that gun, but he can get away from you.
You think Gio's a freebie, and then suddenly he's just put down. Legion. Can they do this in the 2v3? We see Attach kind of get caught right before we swap POVs. Ult and arrow 1 versus 3.
Yeah, not the gun you want in this spot either.
Yeah. Bomb planted, good luck.
Vickle's still alive, so I'm not sure if you found another one in the round, but...
Bye-bye.
Cars do explode. He's not going to give them a kill. So they can't earn towards that streak, and Miami in a tied up.
Don't set Vickle up for one. I mean, it's one thing, you see him try to go for the 1v4 earlier in the game. One, you don't have somebody on a streak, but also, like, he's in a position, he's just, he got a chance to fight for it. That, by the time he would have got over there, like, what, you've got, like, 20-something seconds left to try and clutch. Like, it's across the map.
So Vickle didn't find one, so he's still on 4.
See if he's able to earn the streak, but back and forth we go. Purge gets eyes on one that works to the car, and those shots, my God, right through Lucky's eye socket as he gets the headshot. Persian attach, once again, kind of that 1-2 punch to open around.
I mean, Persia, I think he's got, 3 first bloods minimum so far throughout this game.
He's done it in different ways, too.
Yeah, using it with the sub, there with the MCW. Kind of just talked about him being in a more comfortable position, and he's showing you why. Vickle, though, threw on the flank, quickly able to find number 5, but bomb planted.
They'll drop, though. No streak going to come through. Metal's a chance at a 1v3, and Purge opens it up. Purge will end it. Or maybe he wasn't comfortable in the map 1. He looks very good here in the map 2.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these early rounds, well, early in the round, it's just sort of these early skirmishes, right? With players rocking lightweight boots, just trying to, if a stun or a nade hits, trying to get that first blood, finding some info, and then the offense just kind of run away with it.
Well, yeah, it's not like one of those, we cast one last week. It comes down to at least 2v2s and 1v1s. This has like been, the dust settles, 1v4, 1v3. Yeah. Like, it's been lopsided affairs. You haven't had a lot of those crazy sequences where it comes down to the clutch. A Purge on 3 in a row and doing a great job with the first bloods. But right now, eyes to Nero in the boss. He gets some info, and 2 teammates kind of rotate across the hill, but you see where the bomb is.
And this is kind of like a setup to retake B. Bomb's not planted, but now you're going to have 3 players start to work over from Vegas, so they're going to be set up for this. Just kind of waiting for Eric Boom here, right? We see this a lot of times from teams like Minnesota. The one lurker who's normally Linz kind of relies on him, and this time Eric Boom on an island takes over.
Yeah, that lurk roll. You can change around the drop of a hat, and he does just that. Vickle, 1 kill, damage into another. Geo scrambling away for his life, but it's looking like we're going to have a 4-4 tie game. As he's got 25 to work with and a trek towards bomb.
I don't think he's clutching this one.
Now, if he had a nade, he might be joining Nero.
But it's just really, I mean, who's going to win a defense here? Who's going to stop this attack on both sides? Just someone making the play. It was Purge last round. This time, it's Eric Boom. And I see the replay. Again, just lurking inside of red. We see this from so many different teams. He's able to make the play, finds the first, jumps out, gets the second. That is worst case scenario for Legion.
Yeah, no, I mean, sometimes just getting 1 and getting away and making them worry about you is enough to do it. You get 2, all right, well, you might have won the round for your team. Vickle on 9, though, leading the way for Heretics. Can they get a defensive stop? Lots of vision here early from Metals, at least able to snap onto 1. It's a Hurricane, and then suddenly it's all kills for Legion, and Vickle's left alone. Like, boys, what happened?
Again, that first blood comes through, what we talked about with those stats. And it just goes away. I mean, they're normally so good in the conversion, but it just felt like they get collapsed on. You saw a stun hit. The aim just kind of go everywhere, and I just think there was 2-3 players in that area. Legion pick them apart.
Yeah, again, that's one of those first bloods. It's not really that clean. Like, he's traded instantly. It's kind of a mess. I don't know if you could really throw their conversion rate into that, but like, it's just the next 3 kills are instant from Legion. And it's kind of how this whole map has gone. Like, this whole map, every round.
It's just these breakoffs. They're both just going for it. Had like no retakes, nothing.
Nothing. No. It's been a strange one. Geo hit down to 53 with a nade. The pressure is here, and they're going in quickly, trying to get this planted. down fast, similar to what you saw Purge doing a Legion side of things. You get the first pick if you are Bickle down to double digits. You get the bomb planted instantly. And now where Purge kind of rotated over and died at a dumpster, this time you're able to win that. So you get into a massive advantage now if you are Heretics. 4 versus 2 to push to around 11. Nice little shoulder there from Eric Boom. Bickle drops, and Purge last alive. Little time.
I mean, we're at like 6 offensive round wins in a row. I know at least 4. It was 3-3. Now it's just all offense. So we'll see who's going to win a defense, who's got offense here in round 11. But that's just worst case scenario, right? If you are Nero, you're the one player over towards this site. You're just hoping for some info, at least a first kill and then maybe a trade to hope for that 3-on-3. Instead, he gets picked. He's hoping to prone behind the car. Bomb is planted. Miami just hit an easy bomb setup.
Round 11 now. If you're just joining us, welcome. Map 1 win for Heretics. Nail biter here in the map 2. It's been an offensive onslaught over these last stretch of rounds, as Joe said. It's offense here for Legion. Can you keep it going? Last time they went to mid, it was a wrap out towards A.
Oh boy.
Purge just trying to get through, not going to happen. Nero drops to an 8 as well, and things collapse. Bomb down in a precarious position. Attach, one of the more clutch players we have. He's going to need one of those moments here.
I got real nervous for Metals. I mean, I saw he was mid-alley, and I just could see one player kind of in that P1 area, and then I saw one player top red, but it was Lucky looking over. His teammate had his back. I thought for sure that was going to be a first blood for Legion. Instead, Heretics able to find 2.
Some help with a teammate, all you need. Gio, he gets 1. We just joined Christopher Nolan film for a second there.
Yeah, we're in Tenet.
Tenet, I think, yeah. We're back at it. I don't even know if that was just our POV. Metals takes down 1 more, all on Gio now. This would be an ace if he's able to do it. Oh, I think that's just for our POV. I'm looking at the other TV, Joe.
And there we go. So Heretics able to clutch up to round 11. Sorry, folks, our TV was going backwards. But Heretics clutch on up in the defense. It was all offense for so long. Lucky had Metals back to start off that round 11. Able to clutch out the 4 versus 2.
We saw the TV Joe and I were casting off.
No, the game was literally going backwards.
I think it was like suddenly probably our replay ops was doing something, but like, yeah, we literally like scrubbing backwards in time. I'm like, in the middle of the round, like, what's happening? But glance to another television and
there's so many
get it done. Yeah, TV's all over the place. But it's 2-0 advantage now for Heretics. As we take a look through the stats, Bickle gets the double digits early on, able to close out there, leads the way for damage on his squad. Attach, a little lackluster in that one at 5 and 9, one that goes the distance, but
I mean, a lot of the times you're a guy watching the flank or you know, in sort of the positions that he's in, and it just doesn't come down to you. It's just these breakoffs that turn into these skirmishes where suddenly it's a 1 versus 3, right? Attach was in some of those positions.
That's what every round felt like, just somebody down to 1v3, someone at 1v4. Like, there weren't any of those like nail biter 2v2s, 1v1s. Like, it was
well, I think it's kind of summarized by the non-traded kills, right? Everyone's got a good amount. Where, yeah, it doesn't come down to those clutch rounds, but Heretics clutching up so far in this map.
They're able to get it done where they had you know, pretty steady lead throughout the course that hard point. This one obviously a much tighter affair. You know, we talked about the fact that you get a lot of invasion in this one. You're always gonna love to see that if you are the Heretic side, so a chance to close it out on a control where they've been comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, this is their go-to control before they got vetoed a bunch of times. But yeah, back on this map, we saw in map number 1, they are very comfortable here. We'll see if they can close it out 3-0.
Well, it's a wacky game 2. We go back and forth all the way to around 11, but it results with Heretics up 2-0. They're looking to close this one out with the swiftness. So far, they've got Legion's number. A lot of invasion in this best of 5. We go to invasion control next. Don't go anywhere.
Upgrade your game with the Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League.
Slice up your competition with the Executive Chef Operator, now available in-game in the Call of Duty store.
the season strong with the Call of Duty League Pack. Grab yourself the CDL Operator, Weapon Blueprint, and so much more. Check out the Call of Duty store in-game now. The Call of Duty League is brought to you by Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL.
Welcome back. We get right back to it. A crazy round 11. Dramatic search and destroy as Heretics up 2-0, and Legion now have to rip off 3 straight. Round 11 was an interesting one. Purge just kind of goes rogue, hits something, gets caught. Like, I don't know. That search was interesting, but now we think about control, the attack matchup, and where these teams sit. Vegas Legion, 4-20.
I mean, listen, Legion with control, it hasn't been a great last couple of years.
They've had no
honestly, the fact that their 11th is probably better than I thought. I'm serious. I mean, we know they have been.
How do we get worse than 12th in a 12-team league?
You don't. You don't.
13th on attack.
The good thing is, though, I mean, they were able to take down Heretics at the major one on Invasion, which is, again, why I think we're seeing this today. Miami are 3-1. The only time they lost it was at the LAN.
They look to close it out now. Attach opens things up with a frag. Geo right onto the point. No trophies early, so always been nerve-wracking on these objective points. Metals trying to push up that A street is going to get caught, so the pressure will get alleviated there. Narrow looking to get to work, able to catch Vigil beautifully. As you've just sort of sat on this B objective, you've been home free for the most part. Finally, the next wave of action coming in. But Nero's just hunting, man. He's moving.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of saw the start there for Heretics. They're playing pretty heavy A side. You don't want to lose A off a break, but now you got a couple of players. You got a trophy down, 2 on A, and Attach is going to stay alive. Nero is pinching, and he's going to find 2. This might be a very clean round here for Vegas Legion. He's got 6 in a row in the cruise.
Yeah, he's taking out cars, players, everybody. Is this round nearly done? Nero is all across the map. 7 in a row for him. Locks down his 8th, stays up through it. One of the more decisive and quick opening rounds you're going to see on Invasion. Legion just hit it.
You do not see, I don't even know if we've seen that ever. A quick transition from B to A, maybe a couple of times, but yeah, they just defend A. Heretics off the spawn, and basically Vegas just take the map control. You get Nero inside a DVD. He's just a roaming slayer, and then they just find an opening and go.
Well, usually, like, even if you play heavy at A, like, there's time to sort of get it defensively over a B. You leave one person on it, right? Like, it's not stacked. They only had one person that entire time. But, like, every cutoff man, Nero was just catching. Like, everyone that was trying to get over and get pressure to B, he has kept shutting down. I'll tell you what we haven't seen in opening round probably was a 8-0 start. Ultimately 10-0 that he's able to do. The hell was that?
There you see sort of that early A hit. Heretics now maybe in a bit of desperation, losing round number 1. Trade those trophies down at A, but Geo Nero able to cut them down.
I'll tell you what, Nero's twisted. Get me to a listen with Vegas Legion.
My mid.
Put on mid fast.
He's close up corner. He close up corner.
Oh, and he's deep left as well. Yeah, they're going
Dark on you, dark on you, dark on you. Mine. Two core and 1 dark. Fuck. You're good. They cross. And one's open, one shot. And one's on point.
Open dead. Nice. Our side point.
I'm name point.
For left corner.
Trying to him. I'm nading back corner. I'm nading back corner.
Not there no more. Open. Fire truck. Then open.
I don't see him open. He might have picked back corner.
Get him rugs.
There's side point. I don't see him. He's open. Open. Ace. He didn't come in freezer yet. I have freezer. He's still
He didn't go into mid.
Yep. I have freezer. He did not run a freezer.
He's side DVD on me.
I see him left. Let's push out. Let's shot this. Nice going.
I'm
gonna go B. I'm gonna hit dark.
2 more B.
I'm playing with your spawner. Do you have a 2v2 at B? Go there. I
can shoot as well.
Yeah, you could.
I'm streaking.
Watch you push, yeah. I'm
okay, 2 on point.
Going to info.
Well, the streak that was earned in about 7 seconds in round 1, Nero throws it into the fray. 15-4. Look at the rest of the lobby in Nero. Guy looks like Poseidon.
I mean, Heretics have 16 as a team, now 18. They're going to find a couple of kills, but Yeah, you hear the listening right there. They were just trying to figure out when they wanted to call in that cruise. They're going for the jugular. They do not want them to earn this B point. There was only 20 seconds left. Now down to 14. Vickle, the last player in position. And there we go. They hit him off that. Now the timer working against Legion.
I'll tell you what, man, you have a round 11 loss like that, you're in an 0-2 hole. One way to come out, it's like that round 1. Then you follow it up. You go straight for the jugular. As you said, Vickle trying to get to it. Not going to happen. Legion thus far dominant in the map 3. You know, it's so funny that, like, just the karma is not the right word, but, like, you know, we look at the stats, the attack stats leading in, and then we see the most dominant attack round of control and evasion we've ever seen.
Yeah,
I'm really chuckling about them being 4 and 20.
I know we've seen some A to B transitions where right off the break you go to A. Maybe one player dies, and when that player dies, he spawns up, goes to B, but the other 3 are alive at A. They did A, and then they go to B. Not beat A that way. That was unreal out of Vegas.
I think what surprised me the most, there was just no fight at all at B. Like, there was no fight whatsoever.
I got this.
Yeah.
He's going right back to his little alleyway.
Let the man go rogue. Let Nero get loose. Get freaky on the map.
Well,
he's hitting.
He's already doing that. He is 18 and 6. Using the rival, picking up MCWs, doing whatever the hell he wants.
As the face of Amanda is locked. He's feeling the game right now. But you still have to close this out. Heretics obviously can claw back in this one. We've seen some insane swings on invasion control. You get a defense here, then who the hell knows? I mean, you're going to have to win 2 offenses already at this point, so it's going to be tough to do.
And just the way that Vegas won that last round, what Heretics might opt to do is try to play very aggressive here on defense and only try to give up maybe a tick on B.
That's true. I said 2 offenses. That might not be the case. Yeah.
See if they can get a round 5 defense, but they just need a round win right now. Now attaching Nero, going to find 2, 3 players on it.
Round 1 was so dominant. I'm already thinking 2 offenses. They're going to do it. You've got 20.
Well, now they're gonna have to. Okay.
20 already. We played 2.5 rounds of control. I mean, this goes 5 rounds. He's on pace for 60 or whatever, like 50 kills. Like,
especially on invasion, that would be quite insane. Still fighting over this B point. Lucky the last player here for now. Does get taken out. B done.
That's what usually you expect with a B cap, like some battle of attrition, right? Like, you know, this trade fest that goes down. Eventually,
somebody round 1, there's no trophies, right?
Yeah,
no nades.
Yes, I think it's the first thing I said. I mean, usually it's scary to be in the objective. Somebody hits a frag, like clears that one person off, but nah, I think it was Gio was just chilling while Nero was going wild. Now Miami trying to bring this one back. They've got lots of work to do, despite the fact they're up 2-0 in this series. To listen in now with the Vamos.
Vale, aquí. Carretera no he podido ir. Puede que esté en show. Carretera no lo veo. ¿Quién es el tío? Carretera de plaza. Ayúdame, Javi, la izquierda de plaza. Voy, te apoyo. Vamos para. Has echado a mí, me has echado aquí muerto. Otro más en con.
Attach no lo veo al fondo.
Con conmigo, como me vida, bro. Está en Bedomo, va a estar Bedomo, el mío. Estoy esperando conmigo, Nero muerto. ¿Era Nero? No lo sé quién era.
Attach el Londri, el último. Está el Londri.
Se puede meter barra, se puede meter barra.
Flanca al de Bedomo. Otro más a la izquierda. Bedomo muerto. Uno a la izquierda.
Esa es mío.
La izquierda de plaza. Buscamos a la izquierda.
La izquierda de plaza muy tocado.
Buscamos Gio y
Nero. Te tengo con.
Tengo el push de la derecha yo. Han podido cruzar alguna, no sé si han podido cruzar.
Izquierda de plaza, creo, y otro con.
Apoyo Javi, de para la derecha. Apoyo a Javi.
And what is a much better defensive hold for Miami Heretics? You've got medals on 5 in a row. Maybe a chance to earn a streak, and this one's not over yet. Like, Heretics have been good on this map, and I think you just take that round 1 for what I don't want to say fluke. Listen, that was awesome from Legion, but that was just, it was unusual.
Yeah, it's not what we see on this map, like I said. But I think, honestly, even just with the 3 ticks, should have defense for round 5, just with how many they got in that round 1. But we'll see what Miami can do here. Yeah, see if you can get a cruise missile on metals, some extra utility to work with.
Because now, I mean, just like we saw, like, I know it's different mode, obviously, but like we saw on Skid Row with P2, like, a streak now can be the difference. It can be a kill that is the difference. And the same goes now for, like, trying to get A. It can be a very hard point to get. You get a streak, you get one important kill, it could be all the difference.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, if someone like Nero slows down, what does this turn into, right? Slow down a little bit, 20 and 11. still having a very good game, but not an 8-hit for Heretics. Maybe just trying to get Metals that cruise we talked about, and they do. Just kind of set up here at mid-tank, playing a corner, finding a freebie. Now going to get aggressive. So he's got the cruise, going to play his life back on up.
I think Lucky was on A for a moment, but Purge is there. Purge actually gets a double. Simtek should hit, and there you get the kill. Lovely from Metals, up to 7 in a row now. And yeah, if Nero slows down, and the guns start to get hot for Heretics, maybe you start to come back in this one. Nero does get one before he drops, but B, he's got one person on it, still a little ways to go. But you should get an extra minute now. You got a ton of time. 2 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock. Lives basically even. Can he maybe set this up behind a streak? Nice play there from Gio to make sure you don't have a clean transition, though.
And Legion decided how they wanted to play this, 30 seconds ago. Purge has been here in this position, but does get taken down by Lucky. So they knew they were going to give up B, play a heavy A defense. But, oh, man, if Victo finds this second, a lot of map control over to Heretics, pressure on. Instead, it's Gio with a big gunfight win. Yeah, I mean, he's still got a presence here, but yes, that's probably the let's go, boys. If you get that second one, they get fired up. But you still find a sequence of kills. You're starting to move up on this. So the person inside it will be Nero. Nero there defensively. Streak in. Can you everybody stay up now? That's when it's painful. You lose a player during the streak. Vickel's going to drop. You lose Nero as well. And the streak doesn't hit. Basically worst case behind the streak. Yeah, there was just no presence on the point. I feel like if you're going to use that, you're trying to push A, isolate that one player, and keep everybody off a spawn kind of inside of a building, right? So they can't get angles as you cross to A instead.
You get the timing just right, it works out that way, it didn't.
Yeah, it doesn't work out. Just could not get that player off A, and then you don't find anyone. You get taken down, trying to get pushed up towards Laundry over Mannequin, and now Nero right back to it. He's on 25.
Yeah, maybe slowed down for a moment, but starting to come back to life, and now he's mid-map and he's going rogue. Here's him stomping across. The free fire is there. 4 in a row now for him. As he was kind of stuck on that 20 mark for a while, but even the best players sometimes got to be in a position to fry. Once you get to that position, what do you do with it? And that's exactly what Nero is doing right now. He is ahead of the game.
Oh
he is zapping. 7 in a row, and it happens like a lightning bolt. The lives were basically even, then Nero happened.
I mean, get him to this area, watch him go off. He has done it in 2 rounds. One time on attack, this time on defense, trying to get us to a map 4, and I think he will. Cruz is in, blowing up Metals. 31 kills through 4 rounds. Heretics just did not have an answer for this man.
And that's the spots where like Heretics been so good on this map. We talk about their rivals and stuff, sort of like that mid-map dominance. That is where they have taken over on Invasion. This time, it's Nero that goes wild. Wild in the mid-map, just getting lost, catching the timings. You saw him just with the patience there to hear the footsteps stomping. Get some pre-fire in at times. A lovely bit of work there from Nero. Just a monster map from him, and now you claw your way back into this series if you're Legion.
Yeah, I think Heretics, you just look at that cruise right in that play. The way you want to set that up, just probably do it a little bit differently. Maybe you wait for one more wave of kills so you can at least challenge the player on the 8 point, but that does not happen. Instead, they just get nothing out of it.
Yeah, might want to make sure your controllers are plugged in for round 1, too. That'd probably help. But 3-1 there for Legion. You get 5,000 damage. Actually, look at that. You have a great map from Atash. He actually puts in the most damage.
That's crazy.
But, I mean, Nero's 27 non-traded kills of his 31. I mean, he just got loose. And, like, that happens when his highest streak is 10. He had a 10 spree, like an 8 spree. Just they were coming in flurry. It just felt like, you know, when you just get into your flow, like when you're getting kills, the game becomes easier, the timings come easier. He just got into that state. And when in that position on the map every time.
Everything was going his way. I mean, guy was blowing up cars, finding 2 pieces, getting spawn kills. This gave him his first streak, gave Vegas the first round in a record time on Invasion. He kept it up, kept it going. Miami just no answer for him.
68 seconds was the round. And I think for me, weirdly enough, I don't remember exactly when it was, but when it clicked for me that he was frying, is like that little sequence where he got the kills with the rival. He just like picked up an NCW, slid around the corner, and zapped somebody down the street. I was like, oh.
I mean, even that last round where he's mid-tank and he hears like Metals, right? You hear the lightweight boots and he's like pre-fired.
Oh, he pre-fired like 3 people in a row.
Like re-snaps.
Yeah.
just disgusting stuff for him. This is what we talked about with him. Like, he just has these individual moments where you're like, wow.
You know, his volume is turned because, yeah, he tried to pre-fire multiple players there. So they're stomping around in the middle of Invasion. And yeah, maybe you can pull this one out if you're Heretics. You get to round 5, but, you know, winning 1 offense can be tough enough. Winning 2 going to be so difficult, but props to Legion. We show, you know, their control struggles. We show their attack struggles. And they just come out and throw an absolute haymaker out the gate in round 1. And Heretics just never a chance to recover.
Vegas has been a team that's gotten reverse swept a couple of times throughout this year, right? And they probably should have some more CDL points. Instead, they're trying to do the same thing here. So in a bit of a different position, we'll see if they can get us to a game 5. We're headed to a Rio hard point, which I think we're always excited about.
Nero looked like he was in a pub at moments there. That looks
and what a map for, I mean, if you're really going to get going, the next map is now a Rio hardpoint.
That's true. Yeah, take a little bit of that sauce into this one.
Yeah.
You can probably absolutely explode here into the Rio hardpoint. But listen, you know, we've talked a lot about, I think, the Heretic side of it because, I don't know, maybe just thinking they're more of a chance to be contenders with the way their year started, pressure on them to show they have the ability to do that. But, like, I mean, you're fighting for your lives here for your Legion when it comes to CDL points. If they're looking to make things click, they made a change. Like, there's a lot of pressure on them. I think we were kind of centralized on the kind of the Heretic story, but, like, Legion are out here battling. That's a big map to get back into. There's still work to do, though.
Yeah, I think, obviously, they just don't want to be in the position that they've been in throughout the CDL, which is, like, trying to just get to that A spot, not miss out on champs. And do it earlier in the season. Just get into the mix. And I think a big reason we talk about Heretics is just due to their history, right? We've seen them compete top 4, top 6, even back in the CWL days. So, yeah, I said to have them back in the lead. But for Vegas, we know with this trio how strong they can be. They've been competitive. It's just some series they've let get away from them.
Yeah, it's like it's weird. Like where Heretics have, you know, it just feels like they've 3-0'd or been 3-0'd in a lot of their series, right? Like it's just like they slam somebody or get slammed. Legion, it's just been, yeah, the game 5 heartbreaks. They're pulling off the reverse sweep. Just like it's been dramatic, long series. And I think, yeah, you were the best. They've been competitive, but you need to get those CDL points. You need to get the series victories. We go to Rio now and see if they can do it. You know, we've had some, you know, Ultra come out. We see them here first. They look so good. Then Rocker now looking like the best Rio hardpoint team by a mile with some of the victories they've had.
Yeah, this should be a strong map for Miami Heretics with the players on their squad. They are 0-2, but again, they played Ultra and FaZe on this map so far, where Legion are 1-0. So see how this plays out. But again, a little bit different when your first 2 matches of the stage are, yeah, Toronto Ultra.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Hey,
FaZe.
How much can you take from the map stats? Maybe not a lot, considering where those 2 teams are, but into the mix, in the blender we go. Top middle, the attack looks to pounce. Starts out 3-0. Lovely bit of work from him there. Nero trying to get right back to that kind of flow state he was in. And sometimes, like, you know, you mentioned like this map, and sometimes like a little too mixy to get to that. Like Invasion, the way it plays, like allowed, dude, it's just like that. I don't even know what to call it. Just like fight to fight to fight. Like how the timings work out, where it's not like you're trying to 2 or 3 piece somebody with a clip. Like he was just, I don't know, it's fun to watch.
Yeah, it was just sort of find a jail, a couple of seconds, hit a slide through the doorway, find another one. But here, Purge is going to have to find a couple because he is all by his lonesome. Here comes the swarm from Miami Heretics to try to break P2. Kind of spawns all over the place. She had some presence there towards the back, but it's going to be Nero, Purge with Geo cutting off the reinforcements, and Legion in control.
You look to get something ripping and roaring now if you are Legion. In the early going, Attach is going to have several players in front of him. Sees a shoulder for a second, starts to try and hit the pre-fire, has to go to the pistol, and Dickel gets 2 big ones with the headshots through. You still have Geo playing from the back. He catches a stun, and Lucky is there. Just a flurry of headshots through on the feed there for a moment. But the end result is Heretics at least control around the point. And, you know, that kind of play style we saw from them in the map 1, where it's just all about map control, all about the early rotations, all about that comfortable setup. A little tougher to do maybe on a map like this.
Yeah, and even P2, I mean, as good as it is to have the spawns, you don't have early trophies. You're just going to get naded, and that's kind of just what happens on that map, right? So early at P2, it's just sort of a, you know, all the nades and stuns are going to hit. It can be difficult to hold early in the map, but they do a very good job breaking through the front, finding a good amount of time. Now over towards P3. Vickle in the back trying to lock down the spawn, just fight for control, but it's to be Geo and Persia on the hill.
Lucky, I think, was getting close to maybe a streak. He was on 4 in a row, but that ends. I mean, we've seen Vickle win in some wild, like slide cancel challenges. The drop shots have been on point. He's been great in some of his one-on-ones, but Attach seemingly better on the kill feed. It lights up White Legion with a flurry as they look to claw back in this, maybe take over with a lead change. There's a chance to do it here with the rest of the time. Those barely got in front, but there's a one-on-one on the point. Going down with Lucky. Lucky able to take out Nero, get the little bit of scrap. That's a couple of seconds as they look to rotate across now, but they're spawning out.
Yeah, they lose some big rotation gunfights. Attach goes on a long flank. It's all the way from P3, kind of flips the map, and now you have another pinch coming in. So it's a two-man setup while Gio and Nero are trying to find some flanks on these players. So that happens, but it's kind of a split 2-on-2. Persian and Gio, though, able to win it. They're on 5 in a row as a duo.
Yeah, I mean, it comes down to 2, and they've got just enough sauce there to hold on. They finally end up dropping, but you hold that first wave, you hold on to like a 10-point advantage, and after that first wave, it's just going to be an onslaught around the point, just a flurry of firefights. It just comes down to the next man up more often than not, or who's going to get that big multi-kill like Metals is able to do, but it's late in the hardpoint cycle. As you've got just 10 left to go as we look at Purge's rotation early in his setup. Once again, Legion a little bit ahead here on the rotation, a chance to do some damage, and they're getting all the kills in transition.
Yeah, that's really been it. It's just been like, every time someone has gotten to an early setup, a couple of kills that go down, and it just gets messy, right? That's why you have this tie game.
They've all been messy. Like,
yeah, no one's really been able to cash in like we saw Minnesota earlier today. Now it's kind of the same thing. It's a 2-for-2 near the hill, so Purge has to opt to fight for some map control. His teammates off his spawn. Gonna have to pick up the rest.
Ugh, Snap is there, but 2 players to deal with. Mickle will come out on top in that gunfight. Attach hitting lots of shots with some maybe through the vehicle. As Nero works in, tries to help. He's able to pick up 2. One more player. Maybe get 2 still around him. Nero's trying to wipe out the whole squad. And there's the magic we saw on Invasion. A quad there for Nero. And it's only going to lead to a bit of scrap time, but it's an individual play. It's disgusting.
And what, it was around 70-70, so they really cash in there towards P5. Purge, you know, he wins that big one-on-one top middle that gives his team map control. Attach off spawn, moves into the hill, and then you had Nero just start to go off. And when you're controlling top mid, when you have P5, that's when those flanks come in, and Nero really able to cash in. Doesn't find a cruise, but his teammates, they get all the hill time.
Gio, the newcomer, what a map he's having. At 18-9 right now is Gio. What a talent they were able to acquire, and now you're getting closer and closer, maybe pushing this to a map 5. Nice clean headshots there from Attach. So every time I see him in the feed, it's a damn headshot. Vickle pounces with the multi-kill. Lucky will follow it up, but still inside of the point, at least for now. It'll be Purge just trying to stay up as long as he can, but when the rest of your teammates die, usually mean the swarm is coming as they're able to push him out of the point.
It just feels like, again, once we got that P5, the slaying has just really started to go the way of Vegas Legion. You see Eric Boom struggling 6-19 right now. This could just be a map where at times it feels like you put into the blender.
You're plus 20 right now, 21. Yeah, they've had the advantage there for sure.
Eric Gibby on the board, and they're going to need a break here towards P2 to try to get back into this game.
Yeah, it's tough. You're coming in, figuring your spot on this team. Even though I know you've been a part of it, but like, it's a new map you're also trying to solve as well. We'll see if he can get out of the blender and back into the fray. Able to shotgun one around the edge. The Attach will drop. And now you got a nice little sequence here. Try to cash it on this time, as you said. Maybe the most comfortable time they've had.
You're trying to see what Vegas is opted to do here. They're waiting on Purge to go all the way through boxes, but Eric Boom picks it up off spawn. So it's a nice heads-up play out of Eric Boom. Head still very much in the game, but the scrap time, Vegas is going to fight for it. It's a big 15 seconds, but that does allow Heretics to win this rotation for free.
Gets away from him a bit, and Gio once again
nice little pop-up, you know.
Yeah, making a Heretics player pay. Yeah, you lose that scrap time, but now early control. What can you do with it? Metals, the opener. Purge trying to answer back. Metals trying to wrap back and maybe catch one just to contest for now, but it's Lucky and Vickle that are actually able to find the kills, so You kind of do a good job there making it so it's not messy early like it's been on a lot of these early holds for Heretics. And this is now back-to-back hard points. We've been a little bit more comfortable because like the gameplay's slowing down maybe a little bit for Heretics.
Yeah, it started to, and now you just go too dead, and they're just right into this hill. It was a good job by Heretics to pick up the 2 players flanking in back alley, but now they get flipped out. And as you said that, it's just right through the middle, right through the staircase and the escalators. Legion get on the point.
I mean, it was more positive time than they've had, but before I can finish that thought, you just cut through them if you're Legion. Next hard point, Poppy. You got numbers right now if you are Legion. Those numbers are increasing. It's down now just to Lucky. His teammates trying to get through. Trying to pick up the cut to the other side will be Nero. Nero's trying to cut off these reinforcements as they come in, and Nero's able to get to position and do just that. Beautiful there from Nero on the mid-map cut. They can't get there. And that just slows them down. That just buys time. Delays it 10, 15 seconds.
And now you just gotta avoid all the stuns and nades off spawn. It looks like they do just that, and they're finding the opening kills. So Tatch in position, able to take down 2. Geo with the 3rd. And they have just, I mean, this P5 and now P4, they have found around 100 points, and that's really where that lead has come into play.
Geo up to 30 and 15. Newcomer dropping a bomb for this Paris Legion squad. They're looking comfortable here on Rio. It's looking like a map 5. They can't win it here. We'll see another hard point, but where it was very messy early, the early setups for Legion paid off late.
They're just setting up those pinches, a couple of more seconds over towards this P5. We're headed to a game 5. Vegas Legion, get us there.
Where it was what? Sort of the search and destroy early for this team in the lead that kind of kept them alive in series. That faded away at times, and now it's been the respawn starting to resurge. And you saw also the hardpoint stats in the last 30 days for them as they've continued to improve. And map 1 didn't look great. Rio, that looked great. They look solid. And Geo, you see why he's been out of this team. That was a hell of a map there from Geo.
I mean, they just got, I mean, we talked about it since day 1. There's some playmakers on this squad. We've seen it from Attach throughout the year. Neo's had his moments. Now you have Geo doing this, almost 6,000 damage for him. It is a one-sided affair when it comes to the slaying column. It was what, like close to 130 to 160 around there?
You added Eric, boom, dope. We added a Geo.
Yeah. So he goes off. Nero kept it going. See this game flow.
Yeah, I mean, you're tied. I think when you said it was kind of messy around that 76, you see where it crisscrosses. But they take the lead there, and they literally just never looked back. Yeah, there was the moment where I sort of said, like, it finally seemed like maybe the game was slowing down a little bit for Heretics. It was just getting away from it. And typically, you know, when it's like that messy game, like that's where a lot of times this team will thrive. Like, in that chaos is where they can be so good, but not the way it played out here.
And now, I mean, you're kind of 0-3, and you just had some losses. Maybe this is a map we start to veto over some teams. Look at something else to bring in the map pool. We'll see what they can do.
I think you think after you lose Ultra Invade, it's like, okay, all right. Now getting slammed there by Legion, you're probably thinking maybe this isn't our map. Or
let's find something else.
Maybe we go back to the drawing board or find another map. But we get ready now for a map 5 as Legion have clawed their way back into it. One map to decide your winner here. Quick break, then the search and destroy.
Upgrade your game with the Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League.
Slice up your competition with the Executive Chef Operator, now available in-game in the Call of Duty store.
about to close the night out with a banger map 5. Heretics, Vegas Legion. So sorry, I think I said Paris Legion once during that one.
Well, there's an Eiffel Tower in Vegas if you think about it.
That's actually a very good point. So it makes sense that I was confused.
It does, yeah. There is.
But now we get ready for what I'm hoping is different than like that game 2 in the sense of like give me some one-on-one, some clutch like 2v2, some crazy moments, not just like one team getting smoked each round. I'm hoping we have a little more back and forth. Well, okay, we have back and forth around count, but you know what I mean.
No, yeah, I hear you. Yeah, just some clutch situations, but yeah, we'll see. I mean, we're headed back to Invasion. So,
and we see a stat here from Brian Stats 1. This is pretty wild. Like, you know, considering the CDL has been going on for years now for the Legion franchise, whether it was in Paris, whether it was in Vegas, they've yet to start out any of the qualifier stages 2-0. So a chance to do that. I know it's like a weird shot. Like it seems like it shouldn't be that big of a deal, but like they've never done it before. So it is. Let's see if they can do it. If you can get one more done.
Yeah, shout out to Brian. He's got some great, Call of Duty nuggets, stat nuggets.
I love like the little. So I'm not the biggest stats guy. Like that's not my role in this relationship. But I love like those type of stats, like the big picture ones or like the little nuggets. I love that shit.
Yeah, he tweets out some about me sometimes. I'm like, wow, I was okay.
You were good. You were great.
Good. I used to be.
You were a Demon Joe.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Now Boomer Demon.
Just a dad.
Just a dad.
Just remember that if you lose to me in ranked. But medals, game 5s this season, 1.14. Neither of these teams strangers to Invasion. Search to destroy. Vegas 2-4, Miami 3-2. But right now, I mean, the way Nero is playing, Legion are looking after that game 4. Even Geo, we'll see what will happen.
I mean, you get what you want if you're Heretics. You get
3 invasions.
All the invasions. Can you actually win this one? It's a Tatch that starts us off. Map's blowing up and Lucky on the receiving end. Some might say he was unlucky, Joe.
Well, I mean, I think that car blows up often, so you just got to watch out for that. It's a good nade down.
Some say you can control your luck. There's no such thing as luck, Joe.
Well, okay, Nero. I mean, shot down to 8 HP. I don't know how. Hit some easy shots at first, but then the pillar kind of gets in the way, but he gets pushed up. And just like that, Victor caught off guard. So Nero playing with confidence as he has since game 3.
I mean, we've seen that so many times this year, yes. Like, you have the rival, you're on point, you hit some shots, somebody gets behind something, and it starts wiggling a bit. We see it all the time. Just lost it for a second.
I'm more so, he's hit down to 8 HP, so I don't know what kind of snap
more like how he got zapped. Got it.
I mean, Metals, literally just...
You talked about the pop-up, bro. The pop-up is mean.
Yeah. There were a couple of shoulders there, does Metals. Makes it a tough shot and hits some crazy snap. But it is a clean round for Legion. Starts with that first blood, and then Nero just hits in their face.
Yeah, it feels like he's just got the confidence. Since that map 3, can he keep it going? He has taken over in Search and Destroys back when he was on the Boston team. Like, he's had the moments where he just erupts, and he's looking to do that now. First blood for Nero, who has taken this series over.
And now there's still a minute, 5 seconds left. There's a lot of room to work with, but again, they know maybe no trophies are down, but Lucky makes this a 3-on-3. Smoke is down, and that's the info. They know this is a rotate, so now it's over to Metals. Can he at least find one? Does get some info. I think he's spotting one player. What is his timing going to be like? Gonna open the door, loses the gunfight.
Oh, it's just like, gets out, like slides out a little bit further. It's a cleaner shot, but a wonderful wall bang there to finish off a Tatch who's weak.
And now look at this.
Oh my God.
What we talked about, the COD timing does not go Purge's way. Now it's down to Nero. 1 versus 2 to defend this bomb.
He's had some heroic efforts over the course of this best of 5. Can he snap when they need him most? First one, sure can. Lucky, your head. Well, it's gone. Peek in the corner, though. It's Vickle, and he's got the time to go. Vickle able to clutch up in the 1 versus 1, and you're sort of the 50-50 there if you're Nero after you get the first kill.
Yeah, I mean, he's like, where's the trade coming from? And Javi just takes his time. Still 17 seconds left. Where is he going to reposition? Gets the comm. He's just prone, able to get the cleanup. But a nice 2 versus 3. And yeah, the fact Lucky able to hit the wall bang, right, to turn it into a 2-on-2. And what that does is then Purge is watching Dark. Lucky gets the kill. So then he looks over towards Lucky, and that just gives them the opening for Vicul and a free kill.
You tie us up at 1-1. And he got an aggressive here for Legion towards that A site. Heretics. They are taking their time looking for this push. The kind of rogue man on the opposite side will be Vickle. Might have a one-on-one with Geo here shortly, but
is he up top? Yeah,
we'll keep an eye as Nero's tucked up in the dark corner. Metals sniffs it out.
Yeah, I mean, just a great check, but Nero's hoping to cheese one, maybe two. Doesn't happen.
You get 0 cheese.
Yeah, no cheese for you. Lactose intolerant.
Attach still looking for this player, but he's taking a lot of damage from down lane. He gets bailed out. I think the help comes in from Geo. He gets the pick onto Vickle. Now Attach still with players around him trying to get away. He's able to do it again. Metals with the snap, but Geo is here. Geo gets 2 before he drops. Down to a 2 versus 2 we go. 30 seconds to go. Bomb is down. Picked up now by Eric Boom.
And Purge just stayed. I love this patience from Purge. He could close the round out. If he just sits in this spot, they are going to walk into it. He's able to find the first, not ready for the second in the same position.
Yeah, thinking maybe one cuts the opposite side, but this is what we wanted, right? Give me some 2v2s. Give me some one-on-ones. The one-on-ones are flowing right now. Attach. Eric Boom. He's got a lot of these moments in his career. Why don't we tack on another one? The new guy? I've been doing this my whole life!
And as soon as he sees him, runs away, just hops it, able to get the defuse. Eric Boom never checks it. And that could be the issue with this bomb set at times. But what a play from Attach.
Was there a
able
doubt?
to spot him, and he's just like, you know what? I got this. It's close, though. It's very close. A half second earlier, maybe Eric wins that round.
I mean, that's what you kill for. That like perfect timing where you see him skirting away, you're able to hop on it instantly, and it's just like, you know, you have that internal clock. If it's off a split second, you lose the round. Attach. So many spectacular moments in Search and Destroy in his career. There's another one. Up 2-1. Still early in this one, but already more dramatics than we had through map 2.
Kind of slows down here a bit. You do have Metals pushed up Cafe. 30 seconds into this round. Just kind of your standard on both sides.
Geo just looking for this one-on-one with Eric Boom if he can.
And Eric Boom's just kind of playing this a little bit differently, just kind of shouldering this for info, maybe to call for a rotation.
Smoke out.
This could get wild.
We love getting wild here, Gel, in the CDL. We love it. You've got Vickle just on the other side of this.
Well, Lushy's watching over him. The stun hits. Metals is going to get the first blood, and Vickle is just staying patient, and he's going to find a kill. But now we're into a 2-on-2.
Whoa, 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 whoa. It looks so good from this side, not so much on the other. Vickle back down from that.
The time is against Legion. They had to plant. I don't know if they're going to have time to collect this bomb. I don't think so, but Metals is going to shut it down anyways.
No time to go. Attach. You'd love to give him a chance to this one-on-one. There's like 10 to 15 more seconds, and we might have another insane 1v1 again, but as you said, just no time. As they are patient, they look to develop that push to the mid-map behind the smoke. Metals, he gets the first one early, right?
Yeah, just the first one, and then just the teamwork there for Lucky and Vickle, right? The stun hits.
The trust.
Just the trust, yeah. Especially with the smoke going down, that could get ugly for Vickle if a player just slides right into him, maybe with a rival, probably loses that gunfight. Instead, they both go to the back side of the tank once that stun hits. They're able to tie it up at 2.
Exchange some shots across the mid-map cross. You've got 3 here defensively on the B side, and they'll cut it right up through mid instantly. Aggressive again from Vegas Legion.
I kind of like this, right? Because they throw that smoke B street, and what this is going to force Miami to do is really take their time to clear out Broken. If they opt to go for B, they wouldn't know if a player crossed. That's why Metals is playing it like this. Should be a player DVD Alley. They just have no idea.
I mean, Search and Destroy is an information game. When you lack information, you're just trying to get more information. Just kind of clearing the minimap like we're playing StarCraft or something. Just trying to unlock more of the map for information, but Purge is unlocking heads as Metals gets dropped. Oh, no. A teammate comes in. Eric Boom goes boom. Unfortunately, it's against Lucky. Attach wins his one, and suddenly and very quickly, it's Vickle by himself, and he is dropped.
Yeah, obviously the teammate doesn't help there, but starts with that first blood from Purge. We saw it in map 2. I didn't see how many he had, but it was around 3 or 4. So playing more comfortable positions, Gio locking down this B Street.
Gio, terrific in that map 4. I think he gets caught in a round where they have advantage. Probably frustrated about that one, but you get him into his one-on-one fights, he's able to take that. Attaches on 3 in a row at 5 and 2. But his Purge with the big first blood. Balanced effort really for Legion right now.
Yeah, I mean, on both sides, just sort of some of these clutch scenarios. Legion's coming on top so far. Another slower round. Nero just working through Cafe, checking all the spots. Maybe where Metals plays. It's Eric Boom who gets aggressive. Up towards Broken, so the first time we've seen that from them.
Making sure Vickel's not at the tank still. So this time they're able to get the smoke out. It's a little bit different setup, so you don't have Metals getting shots in the cross. Vickel's not in that position. They get the information, so it's able to connect. Now Metals like, oh God, smoke out. Let me get out. Can he get out with his life? Trying to stay alive as long as he can. He stays alive longer than I thought he had any right doing, but finally he's going to get caught. You're surprised the nade hits.
Well, yeah, I don't know if it's because he gets up from being prone. Or where it lands, but basically it hits and he's like, well, I'm screwed now. They have the info. Now bomb is planted. 3 versus 4, making it a 2-on-4. Nero able to take down Vickel.
Lucky, Eric Boom, 30 seconds to go as they try to clutch up in this 2 versus 4, but Nero's got the information and Lucky pinned. Attach is able to take out Eric Boom. Lucky trying to do his worst, but good luck. A little bit different of a defensive setup, same type of setup offensively for Paris Legion. This time they're able to make it work, but we're going to watch it one more time. And this is sort of after the moment where the nade hits as Metals tries to reposition to sort of headshot through the smoke there, but...
Yeah, I don't know. There was the nade, and obviously, you know, if you are crouched there, it hits you. Maybe if you're prone, it doesn't connect. I didn't see exactly where it landed, but he gets up.
I know at first you were like, oh, that hit.
I thought if he just stayed prone, he would be safe, but he probably knows better than me.
5 in a row now for Attach. 1 away from earning a cruise, and they've got a 2-round advantage. What a day of reverse sweeps this has potential to be. Already saw 1. Optic able to do it. Now Vegas Legion looking to take their crack at it. So you got this 2-man setup at mid. Purge able to find a pick from these positions earlier for the first blood as you have another shot to do it here. Nero been the playmaker for this team. He's double positive.
Yeah, none of these teams have really opted for B. I think we saw it in round 1. But everything else has been all middle of the map over towards Cafe. You've only had Gio here for the most part.
I'll lull you to sleep and eventually we're going to hit.
Stun does connect. But you still have 2 players lurking over towards A, really, for both teams. Everything's starting to develop now.
Yeah, look at everyone just shooting across the map as this B Street becomes all of the action. 25 seconds to go. Gio doing his job, getting a pick, staying up, allowing the reinforcements to come through. Trying to cut through his Nero, I believe, take a fight in the back. He's not going to be able to do it, has to back down. Gio is lighting it up. He's able to get 2 before he drops. Lucky gets the kill. Lucky gets the bomb back in his hands. 10 seconds now to go, but what are you going to do? They've got eyes on the cross.
Yeah, I mean, you're just so slow. You allow everyone to reposition for Legion, and now Legion 1 round away from winning this match. You just have to go faster. You have to trade out Gio because the longer they waited, then Attach repositions all the way from A Street over towards B.
Well, I think
he's got the cover.
I think Gio's like, listen, it might get funky here, but then once they slide to the tank, he's like, yeah, boys, help come. And like they're there so quick. It just never really develops onto the point. But yeah, I mean, that's Gio. I mean, he gets
yeah, similar to Sid that we saw earlier today, just buying enough time for his teammates to get in a position.
That's why B can just be so hard to push. Just the angles you can take. The lines of sight you can get from B defensively. A good shout out. I mean, Sib did a great job earlier. Gio doing it now. But you're a round away from a reverse sweep and a 2-0 start. In a stage for the first time for the Legion franchise.
And Attach might shut this round down. So a Cruise is coming in from Attach, and he's gonna have all the info. I thought he was gonna have a freebie, but I think he was in the Cruise. So there's a couple of players in his spawn that he's gonna have to deal with. Bomb planted at B. They know the bomb is wide open, but Attach taken down.
Now you got to hold in a 3 versus 4. Gio did a great job here on defense and getting go off on the B street. Not really going to happen as Vickle just sort of shuts it all down. Then we go to Gio's POV. Good luck. So you use the streak if you are Legion. Comes up empty. Attached in all sorts of trouble by the time he gets out of the streak. And Heretics easily able to collapse in that 4 versus 3.
Yeah, I mean, a great play by Vickle to just stay patient on his side, wait for his teammates to work up this streak. But, I mean, if Attach isn't in the cruise, there was 2 players working the street. They were very aggressive. He might get a free kill.
Yeah, I mean, it's like weird right now because it's like cruises go from so not good to like great, but it's just when you want to use them is a little bit different.
Well,
how
it's
you
a
can
process,
use them
right? It's like I pull out my tablet and
yeah,
use
like
my unlock code.
Run dial up to whatever we're working with.
And within those couple of seconds, a lot of things can change.
No, you're absolutely correct, but you're gonna have to rip off 4 in a row if you're Heretics. If you're gonna stop the bleeding and stop this reverse sweep from happening. Gio once again holding towards B. He's got Vickle he's kind of dancing with, but both I think just kind of looking for information. Nero.
It's a nice lamp.
It's a very strong lamp, very sturdy lamp to hold a human
Pure
being.
Gold.
Yeah, that's a good point, Joe. Oh! Players on both sides. Heavy damage into both, I think, but can't get a kill on either. Both at like 30% HP, it looked like. Tagged about 50, but dropped. The swarm now to Purge. Purge trying to go big. Able to lock down one. The help comes through on the cross from Attach now. So Purge able to stay up in this sequence, and suddenly we're into a 2 versus 2.
Yeah, but Vickle takes down Gio. Gio tried to rotate on over through middle of the map, and now B bomb site is open for a moment. The problem is you're going to have a one-on-one, and that's the bomb carrier. Purge finds the kill. Bomb down. 20 seconds. I think that's the map.
Purge with the map 5 ice going big. Massive kill. Vickle scrambling. What are you going to do? Nowhere to go. It's Purge set up in the back. As he goes massive in the map 5, and they pull it off. The reverse sweep is in. Purge is all smiles. They get the dub. And you're shocked on the other side of the screen. Heretics, that is a tough, tough loss.
I mean, incredible teamwork there towards the end of that round between Attach and Purge. Obviously, Nero should have had 2 kills. Doesn't happen, but his teammates stay aggressive. Purge